Skinner's behavioral theory, specifically the operant conditioning. The gentleman on the left is Edward Thorndike. The gentleman on the right is B.F. Skinner. Skinner based his operant conditioning on Thorndike's law of effect. Up top. A quick overview of the operant condition says that the operant condition refers to the modification of a behavior by modifying the consequences of that behavior. Skinner breaks it down into three parts. First is the neutral operant. This is when the response from the environment neither increases nor decreases the chances of a behavior ever being repeated. It's just kind of there. The second one is reinforcers. Reinforcers increase a behavior by being repeated, right? We reinforce that behavior. The last one is punishers. Punishers decrease any likelihood of said behavior being repeated. And it's helpful to know that reinforcement and punishment can both be used as a negative and a positive. Positive reinforcement can be used in the classroom. I have one example here where the students go to a particular repository to find a correct workflow document. Right? Using this behavior above, you might praise the student for finding that resource. And this can be an example of positive reinforcement, which the given situation produced a favorable outcome following that desired behavior of going to find the correct workflow documents. Negative reinforcement. We're going to take that same example. With negative reinforcement, what you might do is you might allow guides on a test, and if the student doesn't know where to go to get them, they can't use them as a resource. So if the student doesn't know where to go for the repository, they're not going to be able to use that document. Now, negative reinforcement is not a punishment, but rather the delaying of bad results because the correct behavior was demonstrated. And then we have punishment, and this is going to cover both positive and negative. I'm still going to go with that same example. In contrast to the reinforcers of the operant conditioning, punishment addresses negative behaviors and just how to get rid of them. They're both positive and negative punishments, and the difference between them sometimes is just a technicality. With positive punishment, the negative outcome is created from an unwanted behavior, as when you would hold a student through their lunch to talk to them through how to find a document in that repository, right? They haven't displayed that behavior of going to get the workflow document, so I'm going to hold them at lunchtime when they'd rather go have lunch with themselves or with a colleague. Instead, they're stuck with me teaching them how to go get this document. They're most likely not going to repeat that behavior so that they don't have to have this punishment. In negative punishment, you would take away a positive outcome that normally follows the negative behavior, as an example of said distractions. So if I have a student who's distracted by cell phones, so they keep getting on their email, I could take away the student's cell phone or block their email if they started to become a distraction. And those are punishments, both in the positive and negative light. Just to reiterate, it's neutral operants, reinforcers, and punishments that make up the operant condition in Skinner's behavioral theories. Thanks for watching.